Hello and welcome to another PlanetDestiny video. This is Patrick Casey, otherwise known as Holtzman, and today I will be showing you the exotic weapon Hard Light. Now, right out of the box, Hard Light has some really noticeable things. It's a very high rate of fire auto rifle. The main problem though is that its impact is really low, and like all high rate of fire auto rifles, the recoil is very jarring, as you can see here. That I wasn't touching the control stick there, it just literally was going left, right, up, down. So really the first upgrade that you're going to get is QCB Ballistics. This will help the stability a little bit at the cost of some impact. You're not really going to be hitting hard with this weapon, so, you know, trying to maximize the stability to make sure that you will be hitting all your rounds in the same place. Make sure those rounds go where they want to. And then later on here, I actually prefer to get aggressive ballistics, at least for PvE. It'll help out the range a little bit, and you'll be hitting a little bit harder. Now this is just a PvE talent. For PvP, QCB ballistics all the way. Glass half full. This talent, the bottom half of each magazine causes additional damage. I really like this with the 40 round magazine. You're going to be pretty consistently getting this perk in a kill, in, you know, firefights where there's multiple people. Then we have our damage upgrade. Now, this tree, there's really only one option. Perfect balance. Quick draw is okay. I prefer to use that on secondary weapons. This is a primary weapon. You're going to be having it out most of the time. So having it on a secondary weapon to switch to, that's much better than switching to your primary weapon quickly. It's best to just use perfect balance, so the weapon will pretty much always be able to put those shots downrange where you want them to go. Now, with this talent, coupled with QCB Ballistics, this makes it into an excellent kind of mid-range gun. Let me see if I can go kind of illustrate that here. As you can see, it does really good mid-range type fighting. Once it's at this distance, it takes a while to kill that Goblin Disciple. But right here, you know, really good. You can start cutting through a lot of people. Getting back to some of the other upgrades on it, I really don't like the Field Scout maximum ammo. I'll illustrate this for you real quick here. Mainly because the recoil is now really bad. It's really difficult to hit stuff again, and you just get a slightly larger magazine. Why is this bad? Well, you're not going to be able to take advantage of this perk, glass half full, more often. So just go with perfect balance. It'll reduce the magazine size to 40. You'll be able to make use of glass half full perk. Your rounds will go downrange where you want them to. It's just the best ability in that tree. Couple that with QCB Ballistics in PvP and aggressive ballistics in PvE, and you have like a really high rate of fire, high damage auto rifle. This is much better than like the other high rate of fire exotic Monte Carlo, in my opinion, because you actually can get high enough stability and decent impact to actually make the weapon kill stuff. Now, the Volatile Light perk. Rounds fired from this weapon over-penetrate targets and ricochet on hard surfaces. I like this ability, but it's not one that's going to become readily apparent like a lot of the other exotics' second perks. Like this one, the being able to cut through multiple targets like this is really nice, like 2 dead. In PvP, you're able to like just lay down suppressing fire down a hallway. You know, hit multiple targets. Couple that with the ricocheting perk, which, you know, it's pretty easy to do stuff like this. Why you would want to, it's more of a novelty. But, you know, couple that in a close fire, maybe you can do something like this, shoot stuff around a corner. It's pretty interesting to kind of use that. I'm not a huge fan of the Ricochet perk, mainly because it's something that you can't really make a whole lot of use of. It's just more one of those random things, the happy accidents that might happen with the weapon. With that, I'm going to show a little bit of gameplay footage trying to illustrate the Volatile Light perk, as well as the Ricocheting Rounds perk. So we got our little hobgoblins right here. Let's go ahead and trigger that. See, the over-penetration already hit them. And then, you know, it's definitely fun to mess around with this weapon like this. you know, it's obviously very suboptimal to do this. But nonetheless, it's fun, and you know, that's why we play video games. I definitely enjoy this weapon. It's not going to be one that I'm going to personally use. I'm not really a fan of the higher rate of fire auto rifles. But for those of you that prefer these types of weapons, this is one that you should really take a look at. It's very, very consistent. The two perks that allow you to use it in PvP and PvE a little bit better are really nice, and you know, this is really one of those kings of the high rate of fire auto rifles. If you get this weapon, if Xur happens to be selling it, pick it up. I definitely suggest trying this out. It definitely changed some of my opinions about higher rate of fire auto rifles.